Good morning. In this video, we'll be discussing basic APA formatting and how to get your paper set up properly. We'll be discussing font and spacing, how to create a title page, and how to set up a running head and page numbers. If you want to know how to properly cite your work on a references page and in in-text citations, we'll cover that in a different video. Let's get started. Your paper should be formatted in 12-point font Times New Roman. So we're going to highlight all of this text and we're going to correct that because this is not currently formatted properly. On the home menu, we're going to choose Times New Roman 12-point. We also want to check the margins of our paper. These are currently set to 1 inch, but if you're not sure or if you don't think they are and you need to fix that, you can go to the Page Layout tab and drop down the Margins box. You just want this normal 1-inch margins. One thing that we do want to make sure we do is double space our paper. This is currently in single spacing, so we can correct that by going to the paragraph box and choosing double. We're going to take out all this extra space here. We also need to make sure that each paragraph is indented. This was written in block formatting, but APA requires each paragraph to be indented. We'll just use the Tab key on the keyboard to do that. Now that that's taken care of, we're going to scroll to the bottom of the page. We're going to bump the references. I'm just using the Enter key to push the references down onto their own page. We can format this later. We're going to scroll back up to the top of the page. We're going to look at our title page. Now, a title page information should be double spaced, just like the rest of the document, and it should also be centered, both horizontally across and vertically up and down. So you just want to use the Enter key to sort of move the material so that it looks like it's centered on the page. It's going to vary a little bit based on the amount of information that you have here, so you'll have to eyeball it. You're going to include the title of your paper, your name, the date of submission, as well as any additional information that your instructor requests. Some instructors require that you include their name, the course name, or the college name. So you'll just have to find out what's expected for your course. Once you have that information centered and double spaced, and your title page is fine, we're going to add now a running head. We do this by choosing the Insert tab. We're going to insert a page number, not a header. This is going to work better. Choose top of page, and the third option is plain number 3. Now you'll see that the number 1 is highlighted here. That means that anything we type is going to type over that number and it's going to take it out. So we don't want that. We're going to hit the left arrow key on the keyboard so that that number is no longer highlighted. And we are now going to type the title of our paper in all caps. Once you have the title typed, you're going to hit the Tab key on your keyboard twice, and that is what your header on most of your pages should look like. Now, if your title is very long, you may want to shorten it just for the header. Now, if we double-click out of the header, you'll be able to scroll down and see that this is the same on all of the pages, which is perfect except for the first page. APA requires a different first page header. So we're going to double click back into this box, and on the Design tab under Header and Footer Tools, we're going to choose Different First Page. That eliminates what we've done, but only on this page. See, it's still down here, correct. What we're going to do up here is the exact same thing we just did. We're going to go through all of those steps. Insert, page number, top of page, third option, left arrow, and this time we're going to type the words running head with a colon and then our title. Tab twice, and then we just double click on the main part of the page and we're done. We have our running head, we have our title page, we have all of our information formatted correctly. Just make sure that there's no extra spaces. You can put in headers. If you choose to use headings, you're going to use, I'm just copying this and I'm going to insert it as the title of my first section. You can include headings anytime your paper changes subtopic. So, for example, I might include something here that says current issues. And down here, I might include a heading that says statistics. Headings are used to tell your audience what it is you're going to be talking about. It's also a good idea to include a heading that tells your audience that you've started your conclusion. Now, again, make sure all the spaces are eliminated. Your references page should have the word references centered at the top of the page. All of your entries should be double spaced. They should be formatted with a hanging indent, which if you highlight all of your references and you choose paragraph, under indentation, under special, choose hanging, and it should look something like this. They should also be alphabetized, and of course we'll go through them in another video to make sure that they are all formatted correctly according to APA format. But essentially, this is what your paper should look like. If you have any questions, feel free to contact the tutors in the Writing Center for more assistance. We'd be happy to help you.